Hi guys, you are once again welcome back to our YouTube channel. Once again, we will say thank you for always being here, for always watching our videos. We say what? Thank you all. Like we always say, if today is the first time you are visiting, make sure you click on the subscription button and then subscribe to the channel so that our subsequent videos will be uploading on this same channel. You'll be the first person to get them and then watch them. So today too, if you are here, we are coming to look at Jodha Akbar. We are coming to continue look at the next episode, Wednesday. What is going to happen on Jodha Akbar. So Tuesday's episode has already been uploaded on this same channel, so you can check the comment section for the link and then watch Tuesday's episode before you watch Wednesday's episode if you have not watched Tuesday's episode. So before we start, like we always do, remind ourselves on something small with what Tuesday's episode, what is going to happen coming Tuesday on Jodha Akbar. So on Tuesday we are going to see how Rooks wanted to go on a boat ride with Jala. Meanwhile, Maham also has other ideas. And then she wanted to cause problems between Jodha and then Rooks because she feels Rooks disrespected her in front of Jodha. So she wants to cause what? A commotion between Rooks and then Jodha. So when Rooks asked Jala to go on a boat ride with her, she rather sent a different information, telling Jala that it is Jodha who wants to go on the boat ride with him because Rooks wasn't specific. He said the special wife. Meanwhile, Jala also has different ideas. Jala knows the special wife to him is what? Jodha, not Rooks. So he rather went out with Jodha, which made Rooks very angry. That how come? How did Jala got to know, or how did Jodha got to know about the boat ride and then dressed up and then went with Jodha? So he was really upset about the whole thing. Meanwhile, she didn't know it was Maham who caused all this. So let's look at Wednesday, what Rooks is going to do about this whole thing, because he was really upset. So on Wednesday, let's look at what she's going to do, or what this is going to bring between her and then Jodha. So Wednesday, Jodha Akbar, 30th June 2021. So the episode starts with Jala and Jodha sitting in booth. Jala thinks first she called me for this ride at night and now she's not saying anything. Jodha thinks the same, that he called me here, but why is he silent? They both say together that, will you not say anything? Both laugh. Jala says something is coming between us. Jodha asks, what do you mean? Jala says, like we both like to ride the boat. Jodha says, yes, I like the sky, water and everything is natural. She says, you changed after coming out of palace. Jala says, you also behave stubborn in palace. Jodha says, you are taunting me again here. Jala says, it's my childhood habit. Jodha laughs. Jala says, you enjoy it when I'm teasing you, that's why you called me here. In palace, Rooks slaps the servant who sent her message to Jala. She slaps Hosea too. She says, how come Jodha know about it? She asks Bandi how much money you took from Jodha. She says, I'm your Bandi, maid, I didn't do anything. Maham comes and asks, why are you here, Rooks? Maham tells all the maid to go out. She says, control yourself, I had seen it. She gave your message to Jala that Special Begun has sent the message. Jala thinks Jodha as special wife. Jodha took advantage of it. Soon she will take your place. Rooks says, what are you saying? Maham says, maintaining your position is difficult. There is still time to stop Jodha. Rooks says, I will not forgive Jodha this time. Jodha says, I didn't call you. You called me here. Jala thinks it's happening again. That first she called me, then denies it. She smiles. Jodha asks, why is he smiling? He says, it's very difficult to understand you Beguns. Sheriff beats his soldiers for not telling about Jala going out so that he could have attacked him. He kills him. Jala says, you say something else and it means something else. He stops. Jodha asks what happened. He sees pipe coming from water. He asks them to come out of water. Soldiers come out and says, Akbar had sent us. Jala says, tell him that I am safe. Jodha says, how much Akbar care for you? He says, a lot. Jodha says, how did you got to know? How much eyes do you have? He says, earlier it was 2 and now 4. He says, I am soldier and I deal with enemies move, so I know these things. Jodha says, your own loves you a lot. Jala says, but I have to keep up the respect of my sword. He says, thanks for calling me here. Jodha says, I didn't call you. Jala says, I know your yes is no. Jodha says, I didn't send any message to you. Jala says, that means someone else sent it. Jodha asks why. He says, many like to see us together. He offers people apple to Jodha. Jala is smiling all the time. Jodha smiles looking at him. It's morning. Rooks is looking at her gift. Uzziah comes and asks, "You didn't sleep?" Rook says, "How can I sleep?" Jodha snatched it, and Jala always goes to her. She asks, "Did they come back?" Uzziah says, "Yes, a little while ago." Jodha is praying to Krishna and says, "Why am I feeling distracted?" Rook comes and says, "You think you are clever, or you think I am a fool?" Jodha asks, "What do you mean?" Rook says, "Don't act naive. Yesterday I arranged everything to be with him on the boat, and you went with him. You earlier played chess with him when he was there to play with me." Jodha says, "Jala called me there. I didn't go myself." Rook says, "Now you are blaming Jala for all of this. Okay, let's go. He will decide." She drags her, but Jodha says, "I can walk." They leave. Maham sees them and smirks that now it will be fun. Rooks and Jodha comes to Jala. Rook says, "I want one answer from you." Jala asks what happened. Rook drags Jodha. She says, "Jodha is blaming you. He snatched my opportunity." Rook says, "I sent you the message that I want to go on a boat ride with you." But Jodha planted and sent message by her name. Jala says, "I just reply message to special wife thinking it's Jodha." He calls Shabuddin. He says, "Message was that special begum want to go out." Rook asks, "Did you forget that I'm the special wife?" He says, "Jala gave this position to Salima and Jodha. Jala was going out everywhere with Jodha, so I thought it's Jodha." He leaves. Jala says it was just a misunderstanding. Rook says, "Why this punishment for me?" Jala asks, "You still have that position. You could have come to me without this message, and why you use special wife words?" Rook says, "I thought you understand that only I can send this message, but Jodha has also become special wife." She leaves. Jodha is about to leave, but Jala stops her, holding her hand. He makes her sit. She says, "I am sorry for whatever happened." Jala says there are about 5,000 wives and daisies in palace, but Rooks is right at her place. "Think if you make arrangement for a meeting, you decorate everything, but if I go with other wife, then..." Jodha says, "Then I will feel very bad." Jala says, "Then what's the difference between you and Rooks?" She says, "I will not feel bad about my position, but about my love. I feel that my life has been disrespected." Jala broadly smiles hearing this. Jodha realizes that what she blurts out. She leaves from there. Jala smiles. Rooks fumes and asks Uzziah to make darkness in room. She lies down and asks Uzziah, "Who is special wife according to you?" He says, "You." She says, "Then why Jala thinks it's Jodha? He can't see anyone in front of her. What is in her that he thinks she is always right? Don't know when Jala will know her real face. She is doing conspiracy like putting her life in danger for Jala. She has bigger plans and Jala also believes her. Didn't he remember that Jodha used to hate him?" Rooks is disturbed by a commotion in the harem. Two bandits are fighting. Uzziah tries to settle the matter, but they are still fist-cuffed. Rooks is furious. She goes there to stop them. They are fighting that Maza was supposed to get married to Ruksaina since childhood, but Bandi fell for Maza. The other bandit says Maza is in love with her. She pleads Jodha to look into it. Ruksaina says our relationship was arranged only. Rook says she's in charge of Harem. She has decided Maza will marry Ruksaina. Other bandit says, "I can't accept your decision." The bandit says that Maza is not part of Harem and you are in charge of their only. You are no one to decide who Maza marries. Rook slaps her. Rook fumes on her for questioning her. She says, "This Harem is mine and I rule here." Jodha interrupts and says she is right. Maza has no connection with Harem. You can't take his decision. He has right to take his decision. Rook says, "Enough. You stay silent. No need for your suggestion." Jodha says, "I agreed, but here is about justice. You should listen to Aziza once. If they want to marry, then they can." Rook says, "Maza and Ruksaina's marriage is arranged." Jodha says, "But it was arranged in childhood. Now, Maza loves Aziza." Rook says, "Love is just show off. Raw thing is friendship. Maza have to accept Ruksaina only and its special wife order, and these are under me, so I will decide their fate." Jodha says, but Maza have to accept Ruksaina only and its special wife order, and these bandits are under me, so I will decide their fate. Jodha says, but Maza is not under you, so your order doesn't fit on him, so his decision will be taken by Jala only. Rook says, "You are challenging me." Jodha says, "No, I want justice to be done by the right person." Rook says, "Harem is mine and I have rights." Maham comes there and says, but this matter is under Jala and he will decide who Maza should marry. Rooks is surprised that Maham is taking Jodha's side. In the difference in all bandit servants and begums are complaining against Rooks' anger and attitude. They praise Jodha for having the courage to speak up against Rooks. Jala is having discussion with his ministers. He was informed about the fifth cough in the harem. He orders Rooks to deal with it. he would not interrupt. When Jodha comes and says, I came to request you, I know you are always busy in providing service to your people. Jala says, it's my responsibility to check that my people are happy, or else I have no right to be king. Jodha says, who is your people? The only one who is outside this palace. What about people inside palace? Harem is yours. Jala says, I don't interfere in matters of Harem. Rooks deals with them. Jodha says, you are a king. Maybe this is just another thing for you, but it's a matter of life for Edazi. Jala says, Rooks is capable to handle those things. Jodha says, it's about their feelings. What if she's Edazi, but she's also included in your nation? I know this is a small matter to involve you, but this matter is very serious. Listening to her once, they all love you, they respect you, and by listening to them, you will not interfere in anybody's position, but will do justice. I have this request from Justice Giving King. She leaves. Jala is tense. Everywhere there is preparation for war by Sujama. They plan to attack against Amer. His general speaks against Bama. They speak against Jodha that she should have killed herself instead of marrying Maga. Sujama is infuriated on hearing bad words about Jodha. He says he will kill the person who speaks against Jodha. Sujama prepares to go to Agra to meet his sister Jodha. Even as he is warned against it, Rooks is resting as Maham comes to her room, finds Hosea guiding. She asks what is happening here. Hosea says she is sleeping and said whoever will disturb her, she will kill her. Maham says, let's see. Maham proceeds to wake her up. She asks her to get up. She warns her that Rooks is losing control of the harem, that Jodha is being preferred by all inmates of harem. Jodha is gaining supremacy in harem. Rooks laughs it off. Maham tries to instigate Rooks to take action against Jodha. Rooks is warned. Maham says that Jodha might influence Jala to take decision. Hosea informs that all ladies of harem will be addressed by Jala. Rooks proceed unwillingly. So this is what is going to happen coming Wednesday on Jodha Akbar. So let us know your thoughts at the comment section so that our next videos will apply them in it. Thank you. See you soon. Goodbye.